She just launched an OnlyFans. Yeah, you heard that right. From Disney's Snow White to exclusive content behind a paywall. I mean, if that's not the plot twist of the year, I don't know what is.
Going from Disney royalty to, let's just say, premium content creator. That's not a fall from grace. That's a swan dive into monetized chaos.
Canceled. Not just the movie, her entire Disney princess paycheck. So what does Rachel Zegler do? She fires up a ring light, opens an OnlyFans login and whispers, "Mirror, mirror, let's monetize the fallout." Rumor says her starter tier costs less than a Disney Plus sub and packs more backstage drama than an opening night meltdown.
She saw the internet tearing her apart and said, cool, let me charge admission. Iconic or desperate? Maybe both. But in 2025, that's basically a business strategy.
Remember the day the fair tale glitter turned to ash? It started with a 40-second hallway recording, Rachel trash-talking lighting cues and sneering that tourist crowds will clap at anything. By sunrise, Dark Snow White Gate had climbed past election hashtags, fan petitions piled higher than Cinderella's laundry, and Disney Plus yanked every teaser like they were scrubbing crime scene evidence.
She really underestimated the power of the public, and now she's getting exactly what she asked for.
Tabloids plastered diva meltdown across, splash pages, reaction videos bred reaction to reactions, and merch stores quietly flipped her smiling face to temporarily unavailable. Behind closed doors, Disney lawyers drafted content risk memos while marketing teams watched pre-order numbers freefall harder than a dropped glass slipper.
The Rachel Zegler effect has begun. According to scooper Daniel RPK, Rachel Zegler has been recast in Paddington 3 due to strikes, but I have a sneaking suspicion the strikes are only a cop-out for the fact that she has had so much negative press. She is certainly one of the key reasons why the Snow White movie is absolutely doomed. She's probably one of the key reasons why the next Hunger Games movie is gonna totally flop. And now the folks that are making the third Paddington movie are probably just using the strikes as an excuse to make sure that she's recast. Because I think if they outwardly said, well, we recast her because she just ruins everything she touches, that might not be a good look from the studio. But my speculation is that is actually what's going on.
Then came the death blow. An internal email, leaked, of course, stating release. Timing under reevaluation. Translation, the princess paycheck stopped faster than you can say bibbity bobbity bye. Broadway producers panicked next, stripping her Evita nameplate off dressing room doors and invoking the dreaded payback clause. Brand deals iced over, talk show invites vanished, and even late-night hosts swapped her punchlines for sympathy groans.
Rachel Zegler's backstage meltdown didn't just tank her reputation. Disney Plus pulled the entire Snow White release. That's next-level damage.
Disney Plus just straight up shelved Snow White. No warning, no explanation, just vanished like it never existed. This is brand panic at its finest.
In one insane 48-hour loop, Rachel went from Disney's billion-dollar darling to Hollywood hot potato. Credit card, bills for glam squads still rolled in, only now there was no castle treasury to cover them. And that's why a ring light, a laptop, and a paywall suddenly looked like the new royal rescue plan. Just when the Snow White flames looked ready to smolder, Broadway poured gasoline on the bonfire. Rachel's West End debut in Evita was hyped as a career reset triumph. Instead, opening week whispers said she treated the cast like backup dancers and rewrote notes on the fly.
If you thought the biggest twist in Evita was the plot, think again. Rachel Zegler's backstage drama could be the real showstopper. They're saying the payout's $7 million to keep her quiet, and it's like spread over 3 payments. That's hush money with a Disney bow on top.
And then came that dressing room blow-up. According to 3 chorus members and one very talkative wig tech, the tirade started over a missed spotlight and ended with Rachel slamming her door so hard the stage manager's mug did a cartwheel. Crew radios crackled with code reds. Lead in tears, director MIA, PR on standby. By curtain call, half the orchestra had texted friends. She's nuking the show in real time. Critics smelled blood. One early tweet compared her performance to a karaoke night running on entitlement and throat spray. Another called her Che Guevara duet a hostage situation. Box office apps lit up with refund requests faster than dynamic pricing could drop. And the kicker? Producers invoked the infamous morals clause, that tucked away paragraph saying one public scandal equals forfeited salary plus rehearsal costs. Translation, not only no paycheck, but a bill for the privilege of imploding.
A lot of what you see with Zegler is really just a pretty common Gen Z mentality and approach to work. She believes that she should be able to express herself and speak her truth or whatever nonsense, regardless of the consequences to everybody else. In reality, you have a job. You're getting paid to do this job. You signed on the dotted line. You took on the role. And that job comes with certain basic responsibilities. And one of the most basic is the responsibility to control yourself and comport yourself a certain way publicly so that you don't harm the project, thereby harm all the hundreds of other people who are working on it.
The fallout? Cast group chat leaks, backstage selfies with her face scribbled out, and a meme storm dubbing the show Evita Gate. Overnight, theater message boards ranked her meltdown alongside the greatest Broadway fiascos, right next to Spidey's flying, Rig and Patti LuPone confiscating cell phones. With Disney checks frozen and Broadway burning bridges, the math got brutal. Zero studio income, plus negative stage earnings, ring light hustle. Which brings us back to that OnlyFans login, a whispered mirror, mirror, and a brand new way to cash in on catastrophe. Then, silence. No selfies, no story polls, not even one of her trademark just vibing playlists on Spotify. For 13 straight days. Rachel Zegler ghosted the internet so completely that stan accounts started posting missing princess posters. TMZ drones orbited her apartment like lost magic carpets and came back empty. Conspiracy TikTok claimed she'd slipped into Europe under an alias. Broadway gossip insisted she was holed up in a lawyers-only safe house, signing NDAs thicker than a Rodgers and Hammerstein songbook.
I never want it to come off as me being ungrateful for the opportunities I have. I can also be having the greatest time and simultaneously wishing people would stop sending me death threats.
Right. Every time that a celebrity gets like one DM that says KYS, they're like, I'm getting death threats. Someone save me, but not a prince. Don't
anybody but a prince.
Don't you dare save me.
She's like, I'm getting these death threats, and the cops were like, well, save yourself. Like,
yeah, you're a girl boss, aren't you?
I saw that interview. Save yourself. You'll be fine.
Whispers swirled that Disney's hush money payout hinged on one rule: vanish until the heat dies down. Fashion brands quietly yanked her promo shots, while a luxury skincare line scrubbed her launch video and replaced it with a looping shot of dewy lemons. Because even citrus has better PR than a canceled star. Entertainment trades ran, "Where is Rachel?" Sidebars, Reddit sleuths tracked private jet tail numbers like they were following Santa on NORAD. And then, at 3:03 a.m. on a Tuesday, a single post detonated across her dormant socials. A black and white mirror selfie, ring light haloing her face, captioned only with a broken crown emoji. No location tag, no context, just a stare that dared the algorithm to blink first. Fans woke to push alerts screaming, "She's back," while PR reps woke to ulcers. Within an hour, the photo racked more likes than her Snow White teaser ever did. 12 minutes later, a new bio link appeared. No Spotify, no charity drive, just 3 words. Reclaiming my narrative. Click it, and you landed on a locked OnlyFans preview page splashed with gold text. Behind every canceled princess is a story Disney wouldn't dare stream. The subscriber button pulsed like forbidden fruit. And just like that, Rachel Zegler had turned disappearance into hype and hype into a paywall.
What is it like for you now having all of this? I think it's a lot of pressure, right?
It's definitely a lot of pressure, but I surround very good people who keep me grounded and try to just stay as true to myself as I possibly can.
Even the Vegas bookies are betting on this meltdown. Looks like Evita's financial freefall just turned into the hottest gamble in town.
Rumor mill says the paywall opens with a starter tier priced $1 below a Disney Plus subscription. Subscribers get bedside vlog confessionals titled Unfiltered Storytime, complete with red bar censored emails flashing on screen and a dwarfs-themed mug clinking for dramatic effect. Early adopters swear the pilot ends with her smirking, "You have no idea how small that apology check was." Scroll down and you'll find a mid-tier promising raw voice memos from the Evita rehearsal trenches. Each clip is peppered with on-screen pop-ups like, "Here's where they beg me to stay on pitch," plus a downloadable PDF cheekily named Things I'd Change About Live Theater. Starting with the ego clause. The top shelf, already waitlisted, costs triple digits and caps membership at $500. Perks allegedly include unreleased demos from the scrapped Snow White soundtrack, a live virtual rehearsal where she rewrites lyrics in real time, and a monthly video call bluntly titled Ask Me Anything, except about NDAs. To join, you must tick a disclaimer acknowledging that Disney lawyers could nuke the content without notice. A few digital forensics nerds trace the sign-up portal to an offshore shell LLC, classic tactic to keep studio clawbacks at bay. The landing graphic shows a shattered glass slipper hovering over a glowing subscribe button. Fine print underneath reads, "No refunds if Disney intervenes." If even half the leaked numbers are legit, 10,000 signups in the first day, the lowest tier alone clears 6 figures before breakfast. Factor in higher levels and tipping, and she could out-earn her original Snow White salary by next quarter. One Hollywood accountant dry texted a friend, "At this rate, the dwarf should launch an affiliate link." Of course, the hush agreement. She's rumored to have signed for bids releasing internal creative materials. Her lawyers argue everything she shares counts as transformative commentary. Studio attorneys mumble about breach penalties big enough to turn $7 million into dust. In other words, she's tightrope walking in glass heels. One slip and the settlement vanishes. Meanwhile, reaction videos multiply hourly. Some reviewers praise a genius power move and claim she's building her own stage. Others feel duped, grumbling, "Where's the spicy content?" Love it or hate it, everyone keeps talking, and talking drives clicks, which prints cash. The princess has swapped glass slippers for paywalled stilettos, and the internet simply can't look away. Podcast mics lit up before breakfast. One industry host deadpanned, "Turns out the magic mirror takes Visa." Another countered that she'd speed ran the Fallen from Grace pipeline and still landed on a pile of money, trade journals, followed with side-eye analytics. The Hollywood Reporter called it an unthinkable brand pivot, while Variety ran anonymous quotes from streaming execs mumbling that Disney's family halo was officially held together with duct tape and denial. Agents gossiped in private Slacks, half intrigued, half horrified. A junior at CAA joked, "If she clears 7 figures, we'll be pitching OnlyFans extensions by Q4. Veteran dealmakers, though, warned that no Fortune 500 advertiser wants its logo anywhere near a Princess Gone paywall. Venture capital podcasts picked up the scent, too. Creator economy play or career Hail Mary. The consensus, whatever you call it, the CPM is through the roof. On fan turf, the split was nuclear. Stans rebranded themselves Fairy PayPals, flaunting subscription badges like merit pins and tweeting, "She's reclaiming autonomy, let her cook." Anti-Stans screenshotted the same tiers with captions like, "From cottagecore to softcore, thanks for the character development." Meme accounts stitched side-by-sides of her Disney press junket smile next to a blurred paywall thumbnail and slapped on the caption, "When the NDA hits but rent's still due." Broadway purists were offended for sport. One theater blog sniffed, "This is proof TikTok fame and craft cannot coexist." Yet a rival columnist shrugged, "If Patty can yell at phones mid-area, Rachel can monetize her cancellation." Meanwhile, YouTube commentators pumped out, "I subscribed so you don't have to" reviews, mining every frame for legal landmines and emerging with hot takes like, "She low-key roasts a certain mouse in verse 2 of an unreleased ballad." Even Wall Street couldn't resist a peek. A Barclays analyst note, circulated as a screenshot because no one reads PDFs, claimed incremental turbulence for Disney brand equity, and suggested shorting popcorn futures the week her next drop hits. Retail investors, however, flooded subreddits with diamond hand emojis, betting that controversy sells better than nostalgia sequels ever did. Through it all, Rachel's own feed stayed cryptically mute. Just a pinned post, a glass slipper emoji, followed by a lock icon. Comments ranged from "Queen, secure the bag" to "You just burned the kingdom." No reply, no like, just the quiet hum of subscription counters ticking upward. Each click a reminder that in modern showbiz, outrage and opportunity arrive in the same push notification. Imagine the content calendar. Monday nights she drops story time in satin, reading her original Snow White lines, while a tiny disclaimer blurs every trademarked lyric. Tuesday brings Broadway burn-alongs. She streams old rehearsal footage on mute and provides spicy director's commentary voiceovers, pausing only to circle background divas who, she claims, couldn't even Charleston on tempo. Midweek is NDA yoga, 30 minutes of vinyasa set to the gentle rustle of redacted legal papers. Every downward dog is punctuated with cryptic one-liners like, "This pose cost me 2 sponsorships." Fridays feature Mouse House mocktails. She mixes dollar store apple cider spritzers while ranking Disney executives on a scale from dopey to grumpy. For top-tier subs, she slips in a deleted verse from the vaulted soundtrack, changing just enough notes to dodge infringement while still stabbing the melody with lyrical shade. Think, "Someday my paycheck will come," weekend specials get cinematic, a dimly lit piano room, minimal clothing, and a ballad titled Reflection Clause. Allegedly a direct roast of hush money fine print. Add interactive extras. Polls where fans vote which leaked email she should. Dramatic read next. ASMR sessions crinkling crumpled cease and desist letters. A monthly glass slipper giveaway where she mails out tiny 3D printed shoes, each inscribed with quotes like Reputation Clause Section 4. For the daredevils, there's rumored live watch parties. She streams an old princess cartoon on mute while offering snarky commentary. Every time a woodland creature sings, She sips and throws side-eye that could cut tempered glass. And just to keep lawyers twitchy, she hints at a surprise series titled Vaulted Video, locked behind a 5-minute countdown timer. Nobody knows what's inside, maybe raw audition tapes, maybe just a black screen with her whispering, "Sue me." Either way, the chat tips like it's a Twitch hot tub stream, because in the upside-down kingdom of post-cancellation fame, the line between confession, performance, and legal provocation is exactly one subscribe button wide. So here we are, a former Disney darling perched on a pay-per-view throne, raking in tips while corporate attorneys scroll the terms of her settlement. Like it's a countdown clock. Will the mouse swing the hammer and drag her back into court? Will Broadway blacklist her only to beg her back when ticket sales sag? Or plot twist, does she ride this frenzy straight into a second act nobody saw coming? The first Hollywood. Start to turn cancellation into a subscription empire? Place your bets in the comments, because the next move could drop at any hour. A subpoena, a leaked demo, or maybe a screenshot showing she just cleared her first million. And if you don't want to miss the moment the glass slipper finally shatters, or who knows, gets auctioned to the highest OnlyFans bidder, hit subscribe, slap the bell, and keep that feed refreshed. In the kingdom of viral fallout, happily ever after is just one push notification away.